In today's fast-paced business world, reliable logistics is key to success. That's where PC and FS Logistics come in. With a comprehensive range of services including air, sea and domestic transport, as well as secure warehousing, we've got your supply chain covered. From origin destination, our expert team ensures your goods are handled with care and delivered on time, every time. Do you have what it takes to become a soccer superstar? Look no further than Soccer Pro Academy. Led by experienced coaches, including a former Socceroo, the Academy provides world-class training to help you reach your full potential. From technical skills to tactical awareness, they'll help you develop the skills and mindset needed to succeed at the highest level. Soccer Pro Academy, where champions are made.
Are you looking for the perfect kit for your football club? Try Arrow Sport today. From jerseys to shorts to socks, Arrow Sport will have you completely covered. We can even cover your merchandising line, including hats, beanies, scarves, jumpers, and so much more. So if you're looking for excellent lead times, great pricing, and even better quality, try Arrow Sport today by looking at our website at arrowsport.com.au. And even better quality, try Arrow Sport today by looking at our website at arrowsport.com.au.
Looking for a haven to unwind and indulge? Look no further than Brista Cafe, nestled in the heart of Derrimut Village Shopping Centre. From decadent homemade gourmet cookies to scrumptious muffins, every bite is a delight. Everyone loves Brista Cafe, and you will too. So why wait? Visit Brista Cafe today and taste the difference for yourself.
Hi guys, Harry Sunday here, letting you know that there's a apparel company that supports the game that you love. It's called thereisonlyonefootball.com, guys. You've got all sorts of stuff, from caps, t-shirts, water bottles, all sorts of accessories, even for your mobile phone.
In today's fast-paced business world, reliable logistics is key to success. That's where PC and FS Logistics come in. With a comprehensive range of services including air, sea and domestic transport, as well as secure warehousing, we've got your supply chain covered. From origin destination, our expert team ensures your goods are handled with care and delivered on time, every time.
Welcome to Football List Night, guys. It's party time down here, of course. We're all over the world tonight, in Italy, in Sydney. Two Sydney boys, three families, or whatever it is in Italy. Welcome to Football List with Protection Services, Soccer Pro Academy, CC Lawyers. There's only one football, Barista, Arrow Sports, and our major sponsor, PC and FS Logistics. I did it, I made it. Here we go. Check it out. Hey! The cup of life, this is the one. Now is the time, don't ever stop. We should've known, gotta be strong. We should've known, right from the top. And when you feel the heat, the world is at your feet. No one can hold you back if you really want the red card, Carlos. I see it in your eyes, you want the cup of life. Now at the dizzy, you gotta get it, Angelo. Kenny, do you want it? Marco, Gerado, do you guys want it? Let's party with a red card. Not now. Here we go. We are the people. We are the passion. We are the history. This show says it's our way, the highway. Definitely on the highway, guys. Welcome to Football List, gentlemen. Welcome to Football List, all the way from Italy. Marco, and of course, Gerado. Welcome, boys, right now. Welcome. And they're screaming, the crowd screaming in here. But Mr. Kenny Wilson, of course, Angelo, of course, the man who comes from, is it the man from Uncle Carlos? Uncle Carlos, we're going to call him Uncle, the uncle of the game, Mr. Carlos.
I think Angela's a king of cool.
Really? I've called him the James Bond of football.
He's an example of sartorial elegance at his best.
Oh, my God, gentlemen.
Man, when you live in the Amalfi Coast, you've got to be cool, right?
Unbelievable, gentlemen. But tonight it's just amazing. They're all up. The crowd's laughing, and the crowd's laughing at me right now in the studio. Welcome everyone to Football Lessons. Of course, right now we're going to be talking to some people here from Italy. Of course, Marco is Gerado's, of course, father. Now, you guys here, can you hear me there? Can you hear me there? How many thousands of miles away? Can you hear me? You can? Yes?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
That's good to hear.
Hey.
Mate, I can't believe technology, everybody. But I tell you what, this is the point I make to you. What is it like going over to Italy and, of course, saying, you've got to be with Gerado because he's underage. And what do you must be living in football heaven right now, Marco? What's it like?
It's a sacrifice, that I've got to tell you. To change countries, it's very difficult, but like I said, you got to do what you have to do for your kids. But it's hard, especially when you leave half of your family behind in Australia. It's hard for me and the missus, but you got to do what you got to do.
So now let's speak to this junior boy here. Now, Gerado, when I see you smile a little bit, mate, loosen up a little bit. That's all I got him now. There you go. Now, the thing is, you've come there from, is it Marconi? What club in Sydney? Marconi?
Yeah, that's right, Marconi.
Yes, and of course we know the Marconi boys, coaches there and everything, and they're Greeks themselves in the Italian club themselves. Now, tell me, how long have you been there actually training there now, and what's it like in Italy? The difference between Marconi and being at an Italian club, different stuff happening. Is that right?
Yeah, so we've been here for almost 2 years now. We've been to a few clubs, but I'd say the biggest difference between Australian football and over here in Italy is the mentality and the professionalism of the players. There's, as soon as you get into the change room, you're locked in, you're ready to play. There's no mucking around. You got to play for your spot, and that's the difference.
And so I'll bring Carlos on because, of course, Carlos is still playing the game himself in the over 55, so he knows all about it. There you go, Carlos.
Yeah. By the way, we're looking for a goalkeeper to come to Taiwan.
Here we go again.
Because the goalkeeper could be between over 50 to play in the over 60. We don't have a goalkeeper, so that's a problem.
I'll turn up.
So Taiwan, here we come, May 24th, May 30. I'm hoping that China will invade, so I could tell my grandkids I was there when China invaded Taiwan.
Okay.
Gerado, back to business. What position do you play, and who are your role models in the position that you play?
So I'm a goalkeeper. I've been a goalkeeper since I was about 7, 8 years old. Obviously my idol has always been Gianluigi Buffon.
I guessed it.
Yeah.
And when you see Donnarumma leaving his goal against Germany, what's the feeling in Italy? Because to me, I don't know what he was doing. There's a corner. I'm not a goalkeeper. I'll play goalkeeper on Sunday because no one else wanted to play. But there's a corner. I would have thought as a goalkeeper, this is what I was told. You put one foot back in one post, another on the one. You sit in the middle, and you wait for the ball to come your way. What was Donnarumma doing? And what are people saying about Donnarumma after this farcical second goal that Germans score? Your thoughts on that? And would you do the same, or can you promise you don't do a Donnarumma ever when a corner comes your way?
No, well, I was speaking to some of the coaches last night, and they reckon the most important thing for a goalkeeper is not to leave the goal. And they're right. Donnarumma was arguing with players and he lost concentration. So it's sort of his fault that they can see.
So what did you like about Buffon as a goalkeeper? And what are some of the Australian goalkeepers that you admire growing up? And today, perhaps?
Well, the thing I love most about Buffon was his passion. He'd play for the jersey. He'd play for his teammates. And yeah, that for me, that's the most important thing, passion.
Amazing. So I'll bring...
Now-
go on, Carlos.
You've got to be very agile as a goalkeeper. So as part of your training, does a team or does a club incorporate mud, Pilates, yoga? Because you have to be, very flexible nowadays. So can you tell us about your training besides the football side? Do you do yoga, mud, Pilates to give you more mobility and build up your core? Tell us about that.
Well, yeah, we do a lot of core work off the field. We're constantly stretching, also like a lot of strength work, stuff like that. So
Excellent. Yeah. Harry.
I'll bring Angelo in because Angelo, you've got you brought over, of course, Gerado and of course Marco there. What has it been like there for you having them in there?
Well, firstly, as Marco was saying, there's a lot of sacrifices because I didn't meet him. I only met him about 6 months ago, and they were actually over in Italy earlier than that. They've been over in Italy just about 2 years, and I think Marco made the move with his wife, Sandra, and left half of the family behind, and they moved over and trialled a little bit at Pescara. I'll get Marco to explain that a little bit better on, but from my point of view, I could see the sacrifices. I could see the commitment because they've had to move twice. They went over to Pescara, then they moved to Celano, where Marco has got family and has got a house. And then to Celano, which is like province of L'Aquila, they've had to move across the other side to Castellammare di Stabia, which is where Stabia is, right, 20 k's from Pompeii and the Costiera, Sorrento, and all that sort of thing. And I think that Jerry, being a 16-year-old, I think, let's make it clear, he's only 16, and he's playing for an under-19 team, which is that's a very important team, obviously. That there's no, as I said to you guys many times, there's no reserves in Italy, Serie A, Serie B, Serie C. So Gerard has adapted quickly. He went over, he earned it, he went over for a trial, and then, of course, he got selected. He got selected by a lot of football people that have played Serie A, they're directors of football at the club, etc., etc. But he is a very, very bright young goalkeeper who is willing to do even more hard work under the coaching staff. Obviously, there's a goalkeeper coach there. And I'm very impressed with Gerard. I've already told him this, so I'm not just saying this on air to share with everybody else, but Gerard has been very impressive with his military attitude, his commitment, his ambition to be a Serie A player. When I asked him, I didn't ask him the question that Carlos asked him, who's your goalkeeper? I asked him the question, where do you want to play? Where do you want to play? He said he wants to play Serie A, maximum competition. I think from a 16-year-old, that's a very, very mature approach. So there you go. You can ask Marco where they've been before, but I'm very, very happy to see them there.
I'll bring Kenny. Now, Kenny, this actually reminds me of you when you actually moved over for the game as well yourself, mate. This is the same sort of, but you came over here as an 18-year-old, so you know exactly what it's like, and you came here on your own. So this is the thing, Marco. This is another historical moment with Kenny here, knowing that what is it like to move at a certain age, Kenny?
Mate, the game's never changed. We just give it new handles and new tags, but whether it be formations or but fundamentally the game's the same. I was going to clubs in the UK mostly since I was 14. So I'm working on the premise of if he's been the lad's been in Italy for 2 years, he was 14 when he came originally. Yeah, is that right?
Is that right, Marco?
Was he 14?
14-year-old?
Marco?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, you were 14. Yeah, so
In today's fast-paced business world, reliable logistics is key to success. That's where PC and FS Logistics come in. With a comprehensive range of services including air, sea and domestic transport, as well as secure warehousing, we've got your supply chain covered. From origin destination, our expert team ensures your goods are handled with care and delivered on time, every time. Do you have what it takes to become a soccer superstar? Look no further than Soccer Pro Academy. Led by experienced coaches, including a former Socceroo, the Academy provides world-class training to help you reach your full potential. From technical skills to tactical awareness, they'll help you develop the skills and mindset needed to succeed at the highest level. Soccer Pro Academy, where champions are made.
Are you looking for the perfect kit for your football club? Try Arrow Sport today. From jerseys to shorts to socks, Arrow Sport will have you completely covered. We can even cover your merchandising line, including hats, beanies, scarves, jumpers, and so much more. So if you're looking for excellent lead times, great pricing, and even better quality, try Arrow Sport today by looking at our website at arrowsport.com.au. And even better quality, try Arrow Sport today by looking at our website at arrowsport.com.au.
Looking for a haven to unwind and indulge? Look no further than Brista Cafe, nestled in the heart of Derrimut Village Shopping Centre. From decadent homemade gourmet cookies to scrumptious muffins, every bite is a delight. Everyone loves Brista Cafe, and you will too. So why wait? Visit Brista Cafe today and taste the difference for yourself.
Hi guys, Harry Sunday here, letting you know that there's a apparel company that supports the game that you love. It's called thereisonlyonefootball.com, guys. You've got all sorts of stuff, from caps, t-shirts, water bottles, all sorts of accessories, even for your mobile phone.
In today's fast-paced business world, reliable logistics is key to success. That's where PC and FS Logistics come in. With a comprehensive range of services including air, sea and domestic transport, as well as secure warehousing, we've got your supply chain covered. From origin destination, our expert team ensures your goods are handled with care and delivered on time, every time.
So, that's the age that professional clubs start looking at players, and then obviously as you progress, and as we all know, body shape, you develop differently. All guys, players, boys develop differently, and that age group, which Marco's just hit now, is the important age group. 16 to 18. That's when you physically develop whether you'll be up. No, I don't mean what Marco will be up to, but genetically, if a player will be up to play at the highest level with the physicality and the pace and all the things that go with it. Is Marco? Have you got an apprenticeship there? Are you full time with the club you're at?
Are you talking to Gerard? Gerado is the boy?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Gerard.
Yeah,
My apologies. Yes. Gerard,
Yeah.
Have you got an apprenticeship there? Are you're full time with the club that you're with? Yeah.
Full time with W, yeah.
And they're playing in Serie A. What are they playing in? What division?
Serie B, the second.
Serie B. So you played today. So that you obviously got a first team there, and then I know Angelo said there's no reserve teams, but is there an under-20s, under-23 team, or how does it work?
Yeah, the under-19s, the Primavera.
Under-19s, and that plays in a comp with the same teams that would play in again like the first team. Same teams. You travel over Italy to play, or is it an insular competition? Who do you play against?
Yeah, it's a national competition, so all over Italy, everywhere. Yeah.
I have to say, when I heard Angelo saying you're near Sorrento and you're near the Amalfi Coast, that's one of my favourite places in the world. So Yeah, if you want a lodger, let me know. I'm quite happy to come across again. I love it there.
Now, I want to speak to now, Marco. Of course, what is it like? Were you born in Australia yourself? Were you born in Australia or born in Italy, Marco? So
I was born in Australia.
In Australia. So you're going back to the homeland your parents were from. How are you finding it? How are you finding communications? And of course, Gerado being, I think he's a second. It would have to be a second generation, of course. So how does that work with you guys trying to learn everything about Italy?
Look, it's like I said, it was difficult, but look, having the background helped. You can speak the language a little bit. Gerardo had to start from scratch. He was doing very well, and he loves it here. So
fantastic.
I think we found this place in. Yeah,
the upside you can get an Italian passport, which makes it a lot easier. Obviously, to be able to play there, which is great.
Exactly.
You know, because it gets very complicated when you start getting if you can't get naturalised or you're not Italian, you're not Greek, you're not Scottish, you know, it's quite complicated now to get visas and all that sort of stuff. So at least that part is a lot easier for you having the heritage.
Of course, and he adapted well. Like I know a lot of kids that struggle to come to another country, but he adapted very well, and his mission is to stay here, so he loves it. So
also I'll bring Carlos, but I remember a very great Italian goalkeeper, and I go that I'm not going to say my age, Carlos, please, and I can't say nothing about it.
All right, Savica.
Who?
Dino Zoff.
Why'd you say it for you? I'm supposed to say it, not you, mate. What are you talking about? I go that far back. I'm sure Gerardo never heard of Dino Zoff, is that right? And how old was he winning the World Cup at the time, Angelo? Remember, how old was Dino Zoff when he was in his 40s or something? 40s, wasn't he? Unbelievable.
He was the oldest goalkeeper.
Mate, I tell you what, and you know, goalkeepers can go on and on here, Gerardo. And I'll bring Carlos on.
So what's a week in the life of Gerardo in Italy? Give us a snapshot of a week in your life.
Obviously, every morning I wake up, do the normal things. I do school online from Australia.
Okay, so you're doing by remote learning. So what are you doing? Year 11, year 12? What are you doing?
I'm in year 11. And we decided to do that because of the language barrier when we first came here. Because for us, school is the most important. School is number one. It's more important than football. So
you get up so you train. How many hours do you train? And what's a week in the life, football wise? And would you do the school after hours? Tell us about that.
2.5 hours in the afternoon, Mondays to Fridays. So about 3 to 5:30, and then game days always on Saturday, and Sunday is our rest.
So you train the afternoons. What happens in the morning? You do your schoolwork, or you do your own training?
Yeah, so I do my schoolwork in the mornings, and then if I feel up to it, I can do my own training sometimes. But most of the time, it's just relaxing and preparing myself.
So what are your favourite subjects?
Sorry?
What are your favourite subjects at school?
Football.
Besides football. Well, you could go and learn surfing and do a surfing degree, but talk about and it's true. You could go to England and do a surfing degree, okay, in event management.
Gee,
right?
Amazing.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like the subjects that have things to do with like sports, so PDH. Right now I'm studying health and movement sciences, so that's going pretty well.
Fantastic, beautiful.
And so if I was Ryan, so what as a goalkeeper, what are the qualities that you need that to be at the top of your game? Because you have to be crazy to be a goalkeeper, number one.
For me, most important thing for a goalkeeper is the mentality. If you make a mistake early on in the game, you can't let it affect you because it's going to affect the whole game after that. Physically, you need to be tall.
Well, Matt Ryan is short and he's really good, so that's not really a pre-requirement. And Jim Fraser was tiny and he was a giant of a goalkeeper. So I don't think size matters. I think in some people's mind it does, but Matt Ryan is tiny.
Exactly, Matt Ryan is tiny.
And he's a giant of a goalkeeper.
He's got great reflexes.
So you think his height? Huh?
Reflexes.
Oh, yeah, he kept us in the game last Thursday.
Exactly.
So
in Italy, they like tall goals. So.
Well, that's why he went to France. Okay. Right.
That's why. Actually, there's one goalkeeper. There's one goalkeeper. When you say tall, Gerado is that we're talking about here. Zelko Kalac, and how tall he was, and he went to AC Milan AC Milan. You say he was very tall. How tall are you, Gerado?
I'm about 186 centimeters.
Jesus, just under me. I won't say how tall I am. Just under me. That is tall, actually. Fantastic. So, Angelo, any more to say about Gerardo? You've met the family. He seems he's switched on and everything, and that's what counts the most when you're overseas. And the other thing is too. I'll get to Marco. Have you guys been? Whereabouts are you guys living in Italy right now?
We're in Castel Amare di Stabia, which is 10 minutes from Pompeii on the Amalfi Coast. It's a busy city, but obviously we're in Sydney, so
but before I bring Kenny on, can I just say, is it very different in Italy walking around, and do you see players or big players that are walking around, or at any stage do you get around and see players that are walking in the street and you recognise them, big name players from Serie A at all? Do you see anything, or they keep to themselves?
Well, as far as I know, I haven't seen anyone, but I think it's not as easy in Italy to meet them big players because they get bombarded too much.
Yes.
I remember many years ago meeting Del Piero when he played for Sydney FC.
Oh yeah, he loves Sydney.
Yeah, that was very easy. And I remember an Italian couple that came from Italy to meet him saying that there was no way of meeting him in Italy because they just wouldn't let you get close.
Oh God.
Australia was.
So I'll bring Carlos.
Del Piero. Yeah, talk about he loves the Sydney life because he felt really safe walking the streets of Sydney with his wife. No paparazzi was going to follow him. And he just loved his time in Sydney, and he changed the landscape. He brought people to the game. In my view, his football brain was always ahead of the other 9 behind him, and I love Douglas Costa at the moment, the player for the Brazilian, because like Del Piero, he has the X factor, and like Del Piero, he loves Sydney because he felt safe. No one mobbed him, no one followed him, and if you recognised him, it's because you were football tragic. There was no one following you to catch you to do something wrong. So yeah, I love Del Piero. Del Piero was a double bay bullies one day, and no one batted an eyelid. It was just Del Piero and his wife doing shopping on a Sunday.
Yeah, I'll bring Kenny on. Kenny?
Yeah, my claim to fame, when I was in Positano last year, Robert De Niro came into the restaurant and sat next to me.
Oh my God.
And he looked at me, and he said, Did you used to play with Sydney Olympic?
What?
And I went,
Gee. Oh my God, mate, Kenny, there's all these stories you're hiding from us. You're not saying a lot of things.
Mate, you've got no idea the Amalfi Coast is to die for me.
Unbelievable.
Mate, yeah, the Blue Grotto, Capri, it's you need to go there. You need to experience it. Sorrento. I like Amalfi itself. the turn of Amalfi. I'm quite a big fan of that. But we had a great time there. And,
Now,
everyone's friendly.
I'm going to say something here to you, Gerado, and of course Marco Gerado might have said something. Your son would have said something to you about when a player first comes from overseas. A young kid goes overseas. I've heard stories from Craig Johnson. Some of the stories I've heard that they look at you, they stare at you, and they give you this look and say hello. What in Italian? You would understand Italian. They would say something in the background and say, just like that movie called Goal. Have you ever seen that movie called Goal? With the young kid there, he goes overseas to England to try and make it over there. All they do is bully him on the ground. They trip him over. They do tricks on him to make mistakes. Have they done that to you at all, Gerado? Have they played tricks on you at training?
Well, not really. When we first got here, for me, the language barrier was the hardest thing. I'd go into the change room and I didn't know if they were, speaking about me, saying stuff about me.
Exactly.
But the reason they look at you funny is because they're threatened. They know you're here to take action. But no, I haven't experienced any disrespect on the field or anything like that.
Exactly. Angelo?
And that's all.
Yeah, go on, Ange.
No, look, I think Gerard is adapted well because he doesn't talk a lot, and on the field he talks a lot with defenders, and he comes out of his shell. So he's got two faces. One where he walks in as a total professional, gets ready, he's totally focused. He doesn't laugh or joke or at that age already. You should be serious about your football.
Exactly.
And then, of course, when he gets on the field, he talks to all the defenders, he marshals, the defensive unit, and I've even seen him after the game talking to the referee.
Fantastic.
When the referee made some sort of error that was a bit surprising to everybody in the stands. I saw Gerard coming out of his show. I'm there, what's he doing? I said, I've never seen that side of him, but he's very, very active on the pitch. As soon as he crosses that line, to go into the field of play, it's a totally different personality.
I'm going to send a cheerio to somebody at Marconi right now. Robert Cagnato. Do you guys know Robert Cagnato? You know Robert at all? I know him quite well. I talk to him now and then. Say that the president, huh? The president. I know him quite well. Yes. Yes. So I know him quite well. But anyway, you work with him. You of course he's the president. He's at Marconi all the time. Very good man. I've spoken to him. I think he could be watching tonight. By the way, so hey, Mark. Robert, how are you? I'm sure he's watching. Of course, he's watching tonight. Definitely. But the thing is, very shortly, we'll let you guys go. Guys, we've got to do the review of the game.
I have one question.
Yes, go on, Carlos.
I have one question for Gerardo. What's your the dreaded penalty? The referee goes,
oh, here we go.
And you go, why did you trip him? Do you have a special technique? You do like a wiggle?
The wiggle.
Red mane.
Yes.
The red mane. So how do you know? Do you just pick a side and go for it? Or what's your penalty routine when you're under pressure? This is 95th minute. 1-1. Gerardo against the penalty taker. What's your routine, Gerardo?
Me on penalties, I like to move around a lot. I do a bit of the red mane wiggle. Over here, I talk to a lot of the players in English, so they don't understand me. So that gets into their...
Right, that's called sledging.
An advantage.
It's sledging. You learn it from cricket.
Yeah. No, sometimes from the run-up or... Sometimes you even know before the game, the coach, will study the player, but most of the time you just,
pick a side
and hope for the best.
So have you got a good percentage of saves? Are you known for being the Mark Schwarzer of the Serie B football Primavera? Because he had a record for saving penalties, Mark Schwarzer.
My last season in Australia, I saved 8 out of 11 penalties.
Wow, that's impressive.
In Italy, I'm not quite there yet, but
well done. Congratulations.
And the difference between Australia, the training regimes between Australia and, I mean, we know it's very different here. But then you're training, what time do you train? You guys would be training in the morning, is that right? Training in the morning a lot more? Gerado?
no, we train afternoons.
Afternoons, okay.
Morning school time. Harry, morning study time, school time.
Exactly. I'm talking like a little kid now too. Don't worry. Always football.
I know.
Football. I know Carlos is a school teacher, by the way. That's the way he speaks like a school teacher. So now you know that's all the things he's asking you. But I want to let you guys go. Thank you for joining us from Italy today, Marco and Gerardo. We're going to hang on with Angelo because we're going to talk about the Socceroos tonight, guys. Are you going to watch the Socceroos play or what? You guys can watch it over there?
Yeah, we can watch it. Yeah,
How would you watch it over there?
We will.
How do you? Is there a separate
Pay TV. Pay TV.
Pay TV?
Yeah, he's got something. Yeah, he's got something on his phone. Watch it. On the TV.
Well, I tell you what, you guys will be watching it, but a lot of people in Australia won't be watching it when I'm about to announce as well. So thanks, boys, for joining us from Italy. Fantastic having you on. Buongiorno, come state, as they say. Is that right? It's morning there. Thank
you.
Thank you very much, boys. Thank you. I'll keep.